Okay, this is a crash out post. I'm currently crashing out. Sorry in advance. Women, do not get married and have kids unless you plan on and are capable of becoming a single mom.
Pause it right there. And let me set the table, gentlemen, because this is about to be delicious. Hell yeah. But welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, as we have Ampu waving the red flag already. Ampu, I'm gonna ask you to not be so dismissive and be a bit more sympathetic towards these women's struggles, and one of them being a septum piercing on the nose. But guys, without further ado, let's get started, because I have a very good episode for today. So let's see what this woman is all about.
Because 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, I don't know, statistically high, that's probably what's gonna happen to you. Now, I love being a mom. I really do. And in fact, I quite enjoy, most of the time, being a single mom. This shit is not fair. The world is not set up for single moms. You will struggle. I don't care what job you have. I don't care how much you get paid. Especially in this economy right now, okay? The world is not set up for single mothers. It will be fucking hard. It will.
You know what else is freaking hard? Oh, I'll tell you. But this woman needs your assistance, guys. Quickly jump in to save this woman and provide for her. Look at how distressed she is, because it turns out the world is not set for single moms. Well, no shit, you know, guys. I don't want to live in a world where you get rewarded for divorcing your... Well, I mean, women already do, but imagine even more, right? Imagine if they were even more rewarded and incentivized to break up their families and be able to live just as a single mom, you know? Where the government just pays for everything. The nails, the trips to Mallorca and Ibiza, just pay for everything. She wants the world, guys, to be even more accommodated to fix her troubles and to fix the things that she pooped herself, you know?
Will test you in ways that you didn't know that you could even be tested. You will have to fight for those kids, most likely. You will have to fight for those kids. You will have to wake up every morning and question, just real talk, if motherhood is really something that you want anymore, because these men make it so hard. They make it so hard to be a mom. They take away all of the tender moments of motherhood that you could have had, but you were stuck in survival mode. So you didn't even really get to enjoy it. You're just fucking surviving, trying to raise these kids, trying to do the best you can, and you get $250 a month. What the fuck? That is pennies. That is the gas money it is taking me to drop them off at their father's house and pick them back up. $250 a month. And my ex is a nurse. $250 a month.
Just don't pick the bad boy, right? It's like all these problems, guys, that come with being a single mother, which, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying you're not supposed to be there, you know? That you're not... It's like people crying about their debt, their university debt. Oh, it's so hard, I can barely survive. Dude, just don't pay $100,000 on a stupid-ass degree. It's like, dude, just don't get in that situation to begin with, you know? But now that we're in this situation, oh, it's so hard. Just don't pick the bad boy. It's not that hard. Well, regardless of what these women will tell you, or 9 out of 10 men. No, the fact of the matter is most men are good, most men are loyal, most men will stay by you, right? And will raise the family together. Also, if raising the kids is so hard, just give them away to the husband, you know? But this is where feminism steps in, guys. This is what we call in the business Schrodinger's feminism, right? Where they're both the victim and empowered. They are empowered because they get to keep the kids like 9 out of 10 times. If they don't pump hard substances into their veins, they'll keep the kids regardless of all the other circumstances. So they are absolutely privileged in that way. Yet at the same time, well, now I'm inconvenienced because I have to raise those kids. We'll give them away to the husband if he can take better care of it. Oh no, but we won't, because we live in a matriarchy where women have 1,000 privileges. Pick a lane.
I'm sorry. story. Oh, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. These men will take everything from you. They will promise you so much. They will promise you so much. And it will feel great at first. It will feel peaceful at first. And for some fucking reason, when you have their child, they will abandon you. They will discard you. Even if they don't cheat, even if they don't do anything significant, they'll emotionally turn away from you to the point where you leave. I left. I can't be in that. It is not what we were promised. It is not what you think it is.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So, with one side of the mouth, she's like, I got abandoned. I got abandoned. And then with the same breath, she says, no, actually, I left. Now, look. There are men that, don't fulfill their marital responsibilities. I get that, alright? The thing is, look, you're probably not fulfilling your wife responsibilities either, alright? Like, this whole war of you started, no, you started, miss me with that shit. Oh, he turned cold and didn't care for my day. Well, no crap, your bedroom's been dead for like 3 months. Oh, but it's because he didn't help me with the groceries. And he says, oh, but it's because she didn't care to listen to me that one time. It's like this whole thing where we constantly blame each other. Miss me with it. You're in a marriage, don't leave, right? If you want to leave, just don't get in a marriage. I'm not gonna sympathize with her at all, guys. The second reason for that is septum piercing, and I don't know if you saw it, but a lot of hand tattoos, arm tattoos, a lot of them. She has one on the chest as well. I don't know, guys, just something telling me that the person with 46 tattoos and piercings is probably not the one making the most good decisions in their life, And third of, again, going back to the point of men not taking care of their marital responsibilities, throughout my life, guys, I've seen men like that. I've seen, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10. Let's say 10, guys. I've seen 10 men walk away from their families or just not put in the effort, not behaving well. Disgraceful behavior, right? Especially to leave a kid and like go to a different country. I find that absolutely distasteful. And you have to be a pathetic individual to abandon your kid like that. But I know like 10 guys. On the opposite side, the amount of women, guys, I know who walk away from a marriage, I cannot count it. It's in the dozens or probably hundreds. Like, it's not even close. So, yes, there are some trash men who leave families. The amount of women that leave families, guys, is absolutely astonishing. And no, I won't give you a free pass, a get-out-of-jail-free card, because, oh, well, he was a bit cold, so I didn't feel good in the relationship. Wait a minute, why can't we say that about men who abandon their families as well? Oh, I don't know, he abandoned the family and the kid because he just didn't feel the spark, right? As this woman says, I cannot live in that. Well, okay, the husband can't live in that either, so he chose to go for milk, It's like, these arguments are just stupid. But now, guys, enough ranting, let's continue with the tears. Get an umbrella.
I promise you. And before you come on here and say, oh, well, my situation's not like that, good for you, honey. You are in the 1% of women that are very lucky, because the rest of us don't have that. And the rest of us become single moms. And it sucks, because all I wanted was to be a mom. I love being a mom. But the best parts of my motherhood were taken from me. And in fact, the first time I got pregnant, the man said he couldn't have kids, and then fought me in court for 5 years. Fought me in court for 5 years to take away my son that he claimed in the beginning he wasn't even capable of producing, because he didn't want to wrap it up at first. Yeah. Yep. I can't handle it. I can't handle this. I can't handle men anymore. Y'all are liars. You lie to women. You promise us a lot. We are objects to you.
This is hilarious. So all of you guys are just a bunch of filthy liars. You freaking pigs, guys. Why? Because this woman was dismissive of the men not putting a wrap on their first night together. It's a women, guys, 100 women versus accountability. Am I right, fellas? No, they'll never be accountable, guys. They'll never be accountable for their own mistakes. She also mentioned that her first baby. So this is a single mother of 2 different baby daddies, and we keep blaming men somehow. Holy crap, guys. I don't know. Maybe by the time, she has 97 different baby daddies, maybe then she'll say, you know what, I think the common denominator is me. I'm kidding, she won't. She's a woman. But let's continue with the insults.
We are things that you put on your shelf. I am a human being, and my life is forever changed. My life is forever changed. I will never be the same. My youth was stolen from me. I had to put my boots on the ground and become a single mom at 21 years old. I didn't get to live. I didn't get to live. I didn't. My life is not what I wanted it to be. Not even close. But I love being a mom. I'm holding space for 2 things at one time. Just don't date men. We are at a point in society where we are waking up to the reality of the patriarchy, which is a very real thing that I didn't used to believe in, and I fucking do now. To what men are really like. I will never see the change in men that I need to see to feel safe enough to ever date again in my entire life. It will take too long. The change that we need to see in men will take too long.
Oh, good thing. Well, I won't be dating anymore. Good thing, you moron. You'll spare another kid's life of not having a father. Like, yes, please stop dating. God forbid you continue dating. But we get to talk about the patriarchy again, guys. That invisible ghost that is terrorizing women everywhere. Well, mostly in the West. Well, strictly in the West. Exclusively in the West, where the patriarchy doesn't exist. Interestingly enough, places on Earth where you could say the patriarchy does exist, you never hear women complaining there. Or at least it's not visible, right? Yet these women, guys, that live in the most, not only privileged, but also targeted to women societies ever constructed, they keep whining about this invisible patriarchy, guys, that simply doesn't exist.
It's 100, 200 years from now. So that's my life. So just don't date men. Just don't. Just focus on yourself. And don't have kids with the wrong person. And I don't know how to tell you what man is the right man, because I thought they both were. I thought they both were the right man, and they were not.
And that is, again, somehow to blame on the men. I thought they were right, but they turn out to not be right. And that is somehow to blame on men. You know, guys, it's like, oh no, I thought that Indian guy who told me to not redeem the coupon was a good guy, but it turned out to be a scammer. And then that happened twice. Why are all Indian guys scammer? That's the conclusion that this woman comes to. It's like, this is just clownish. But if you say, oh, he done, everybody agrees that it's clownish, well, I'll stop you right there, because this post has 1,100,000 likes. Not comments, not shares, no, likes. Over 1 million people agree with this. Yes, we live in a society where men and women have drifted apart so much that it's too much. It's too much. The few people, men and women, who try to make things work are like 2 ships in the night. It's not gonna happen. It's too late. Dating is ruined. Family is ruined. Our relationships between men and women are ruined. It's over. You can thank feminism for that. You as well, ladies, you can thank feminism. Thank you for ruining everybody's lives and making us all miserable. But here's the discrepancies, guys, before we move on to article stories, because the video ends here. You can hear both men and women complain about each other. And you can hear me say that 9 out of 10 women suck, and you can also hear women like these say that 9 out of 10 men suck. So what's the difference, you know? Do we just all suck? Well, actually, no, right? Because, first off, here's the differences. Men don't have as many options as you, as women do, right? Like, we men have to pick from 3, maybe 4 women throughout our lives. Women can pick between 200, and you still somehow end with the bad ones. What a coincidence, guys. The stars always align for these women to end up with bad boys? What are the odds? Second of, in instances where marriages do happen, men are the ones statistically who stick through it. Women initiate divorces, as we all know, over 70% of the cases, right? So in those very, very few instances where men and women actually get together to a point where they can actually marry, it's women again who leave. And there are so many other discrepancies, but basically, to summarize it, women have the power, regardless of who sucks and who doesn't, and 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10. Even if 9 out of 10 men suck, which is absolutely not the case, you women still have way more power than men do. So it's in your hands to change dating. And the reason why it's in their hands, guys, is also the reason why we're in this place to begin with. Dating sucks ass so much because women were in control of it, and this is where they have taken us. But now, let's move on to the articles. With the first one being a very short one, and it's a Spanish one. It's in Spanish, rather. Don't worry, we're not gonna study Spanish in this episode, but the question is, which wiener is better? Big wiener or curvy wiener? Well, open up the comment section, guys. I want to debate on this. No, I'm kidding. But which wiener is better, guys? I will go for curvy. I don't know. Okay, let's stop this gay topic, please. Let's go to the next one, guys. A bit more serious. Am I trying too hard and pushing her away? So I met this girl at a club a few nights ago. Red flag. I almost never go out, but that night I did, and we ended up really clicking. We were laughing, dancing, and it felt like she was even more into me than I was into her. I walked away thinking I had actually done something right for once. But then the days after, when we started texting, it was like night and day. She seemed way colder and more distant. Meanwhile, I was excited because she was way over my league. I asked her to dinner and sent her a couple of messages to show I was interested. Now my friends are telling me I probably tried too hard and that's why she pulled back. That maybe I came across as needy or overexcited. Okay, stop it right here. This is a common talking point on the channel. Being overexcited, guys, is somehow a red flag for women. Now, personally, I will be so happy, guys, to come across a woman that loves me and wants to be loyal and is excited about me, and is like, cuddly, happy, bubbly or something about me. But for women, guys, they hate that shit. This is most women. They don't like you planning dinners. They don't like you buying her flowers. They don't like you being excited. They don't like you texting them all day. Now they say they do. Oh, want a man who texts me. No, you don't. You don't. I see this all the time. You simply don't. Go and try with any woman you know. You could have known her for 5 years. I'm not talking about being overexcited with a stranger. I'm talking about marriage on the second date. Go to a woman, for 5 years, you've been best friends, and be overexcited with her and tell me how that one goes. Women hate that crap. They want you to be nonchalant. They want you to not care. They want you to not give a crap. They want you to see them as meat. And that is when they fall head over heels for you. And then they make a 5-minute TikTok crying about how that one guy that they've been chasing, who never cared about them, ended up dumping them. Freaking morons. Let's continue. The thing is, I'm new to all of this. Oh, prepare for a good one. I usually sit at home and don't really play this dating game, so I don't know what's normal and what's too much. So now I'm confused. Does showing interest too soon push people away? Or is it more likely that she just wasn't as serious about me as I thought and I'm overthinking it? And how do you even know where the line is between showing genuine interest and trying too hard? So we have yet another guy stepping foot in the cursed land that is dating. And wouldn't you see, guys, what a fucking surprise. Colin is shocked. But 2 days into it, he's starting to pick up already on the fact that women don't like you being excited. Everybody knows this. No matter how many women say, I want him to chat all day. No, you don't. It's like literally every man on this planet knows that that is not the case. Women don't like you being invested. They simply don't like it. They get scared. They don't like you being committed. Right? This is every man knows this. Except the ones who haven't dated for a single day. And they are going to find out on the second day. So 2 things to point out before we move on to the last article. First off, you can see that this is the approach that guys take. This is him starting and dating. He wants to be excited. He wants to plan a date. He wants to take her to a restaurant. Because again, this is most men. Most men are committed. Most men are loyal. Most men are willing to fight a pack of lions with one hand and with the other fight a professional gladiator for their girlfriend. This is most men. Yet women, again, somehow manage to coincidentally always end up with that one bad apple out of the whole basket. Holy crap, guys. Again, the stars are fucking aligning all the time. And second of, no, you went too pushy. This is just your average bitch that enjoys the attention. And she's a opportunistic vulture, which is why when you were at the disco, maybe she was bored and she fancied you, so she liked dancing and yippee yay. But then 2 minutes after she stepped foot out of there, she was talking to 5 chads already and probably choked on 2 wieners the same night, because that's what women do. You're just an object, alright? No matter how much women say, oh, men treat us like objects, it's the other way around. Women treat us like we're a bunch of toys on their shelf. They have 37 toys on their shelf and they just keep choosing like a spoiled brat that cannot decide what he wants to play with. So that's what women do. She never liked you. She will never love you. This woman is incapable of loving you. You're just a freaking object that she used like a dildo to excite herself for a brief time. And then she moved on to the next best thing. Welcome to women and welcome to dating. You'll never be special. You'll never be exciting. You'll never be loved. Nobody cares about your personality or who you are, what you stand for. They'll just use you for your resources, whether that be money or attention, and then they'll throw you away like a dirty dog in the rain. But now, guys, let's move on to our next one. Women keep telling me they don't feel the spark. I, 28 male, I'm pretty successful on Hinge in getting matches. I could get 1 to 2 matches per day when I look for them, but often I'm not looking for matches because it could be too difficult to keep up with the matches I have. So this is not a common experience for men, as we see on other articles. I'm guessing this man is rather attractive, and this is from a bit of a child's experience. About 20 to 30% of those matches become dates, but I barely ever go past the first date, as the woman I date will say I don't feel the spark. It has gotten to the point that I can't even recall getting a second date with a woman who I've wanted to be serious with. The only second dates I've had is if it was for a friends with benefits. Well, color me fucking shocked, will you? Again, guys, most of you watching, including myself, we cannot get 1 to 2 matches per day. We can. It's not gonna happen. I can guarantee you that 9 out of 10 men watching this, if not more, cannot do this. All right? But even these guys that are getting matches, even 1 or 2 per day, this is, again, not a common experience. Even they, guys, I'm assuming this man is an 8, maybe even a 9. Even they say that only a 1/5 of these matches escalate into a date. But then, so you get, let's say, a match per day. You have to wait 5 days, a week, to go on 1 date, and then it never escalates. And this is, again, if you happen to be on the attractive side. Welcome to being a man. If you're not on the attractive side, you can get fucked for all that women care. Yet women, guys, even like the most ugly and disturbing one is getting matches daily. It's daily. The attractive women, guys, they get hundreds of dates. I have a way below average female friend. We did an experiment with her. She downloaded Tinder. I've shared this on the channel. And she got over 100 matches. Sorry, over 100 likes in a week. This is a way below average woman. It's absolutely batshit insane what these women get. This all happens now, but it also happened while I was a bit more successful in life, steady job, good income, etc. Right now, I'm without a job and studying psychology, so my income is quite low. But since this also always happened before I lost the income, I feel like that shouldn't be too much of a factor. At this point, I'm kind of lost, and I don't even know what questions to ask for advice here. I want to ask those women what the real problem is. They don't know, they are retarded. But I also find that a bit inappropriate to ask after just 1 date. Well, there's the thing, you'll never escalate to a second one. I guess what I want to know is, what can I do to find what the problem is, if there is a problem, or what should I do to maybe help the issue? Look, women are retarded, don't expect them to be honest. You have to understand women, not listen to women. If you listen to women, you'll end up like a loser, alright? Because they're never honest. You have to understand them. And the way you understand them is by looking at what they do. So, for example, women will keep whining about how they want someone who listens and someone who is invested. But then, you're this guy, and you say, holy crap, man, I've gone on 30 dates which never escalate into something more. What could that mean? The only dates that could escalate into something more are dates that want to escalate into a friends with benefits. What does that tell you about women? Because, guys, I keep hearing how they're hopeless romantics. They want to find love. Where are all the good men? Yet then you see, by experience, it teaches you that no, they're just dirty-ass, stinky pieces of meat that want to be used like sex dolls, and that's all they are. I know, it's like what they tell doesn't match reality. And again, the reason why I know this person is a Chad is, first off, he gets more matches than the average man. Second off, women want to sleep with him, alright? So the average woman that has 100 guys available to sleep with chose this guy. So yes, he's pretty attractive. But anyway, we'll leave it there, guys. Let me know what you think. And takeaway of the video, first off, don't deal with single mothers. Holy crap. Second off, don't sympathize with them. Like, there are some single mothers going through very hard situations. Holy crap. I need a lobotomy. But the fact of the matter is, guys, most single mothers, it's because of their own doing. And if they were to go and try to find 5 other partners, they will end up being single moms with 5 new kids. You know, so there's that. And last off, don't listen to what women say. They're a bunch of liars, even if they realize it or not. Just look at what they do, guys. Follow the patterns. It's most of the times the same thing. But now, guys, thank you for watching. Ampu sends his regards to my attractive viewers. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys.